Hi, I'm Kathy Sanderson. I'm an inner child reconnection specialist and healer. One of the questions that I get asked so much is, how do I heal from narcissistic abuse? Narcissistic abuse is the pattern that you experience from childhood. It's where one parent or both parents see themselves as so much more important than you. That's basically how it boils down to. Yes, we can understand that means that they didn't get their narcissistic needs met as a child. However, we're not concerned about their needs. What we're concerned about is you acknowledging what happened to you as a child and understanding why and healing from it. And being able to understand why things happened to you in your childhood or in your adulthood is the way that we heal. We understand. When we understand why things are happening to us, we can choose to make conscious decisions to our actions, to our choices, so these things don't happen again. Now, some of the aspects of narcissistic abuse, these are not all of them, but some of them are where our mother, generally, tends to want to be more important than you always. So as you're growing up, your achievements will have been unacknowledged, diminished, not noticed, not even spoken about. You know, she might have baked this cake and all she wanted to tell people about was this cake, and you might have got an A at school, and you want her to be proud of you and tell people that you got an A because maybe this is your first A and you're feeling really excited. All she wants people to do is tell her how well she's done on her cake. And that's how that pattern that you developed into. Everything you did, she had something better, or she'd done something better, or she just didn't acknowledge it. She never told you that you were clever, never told you that you were pretty, never told you that you looked good. You'd done well. Well done on getting that job. Gosh, you've got this house. Well done. She never told you any of that because she was jealous of you. Jealous of the attention that you received, jealous of the attention you were taking away from her. Now, sometimes a narcissistic mother just wants you to stay as a child. You're no competition then. They can handle everybody looking at you and going, how sweet you are, dressing you up all prettily, being in charge of what you actually wear. This is another thing, you know. Do you find it hard now to make choices because your mother or your father made those choices? I'm talking about mother because generally it's our mother who is there all the time in our upbringing. So if your mother was very insistent on what you wore, picked out your clothing, picked out your underwear, picked out your tights and your shoes, was very adamant that you had to put this outfit together, and if you didn't wear it, perhaps they sulked. Perhaps they told you that you didn't love them because you wouldn't wear that outfit. Perhaps they were really concerned if you tried to dress yourself, what other people would think, because it would reflect on her. She was unable to separate herself from you. If you wore her clothes, then she loved you. She showered you with attention. Everywhere you went, you were her special little girl. She made sure you got attention. But what happened when you started to want your own expression of yourself? When you wanted to wear different clothes? When you wanted to choose your own clothes? When you wanted to do different clubs? Or have different friends? Or read different books, watch different programs? When all of those things start to come out of your own expression, is she happy? Because she's no longer moulding you into what she wants. You're saying what you want to be. And then she can't control you so much and keep you as that little girl who's not going to threaten the attention that she receives. So important for a narcissist to get attention. There's two sides to them. There's the side that they present to everybody else outside. You know, you may have grown up and your mum, everyone thought your mum was wonderful. I wish she was my mum. Your mum's so lovely. And inside you're like, if only you knew. If only you really knew what she was like. Perhaps you felt that you deserved that. Maybe she told you so much that you deserved how she was treating you because you didn't do this, this, and this. So you believed you were bad. Or maybe she had to be adored by everybody else and she ignored you. She didn't spend that time with you that she spends with other people because she didn't get that adoration, that accolade, because it was your mum anyway. That's what she should have been doing. So no one would have paid her that attention for doing those things with you that she got that major attention from doing for other people. Your mum might have been a great volunteer, always volunteering for people, to help people. The first one to bake the cakes at the bake sale, had to have perfect cakes. Probably would have sent the whole week into array and not having to be able to do anything for anyone else, and it would have been like that all week because her cupcakes that she was presenting for the bake sale had to be perfect so everybody would look at them and say how perfect they were. Your mum would have needed so much attention. So what happens when you get older and you're able to do these things that she can do? Well, she's not going to want you to, is she? Because you're going to take that attention from her. She won't have taught you how to bake. She won't have taught you things about growing up, about what happens, what changes to your body, unless she could show you off. Look at my daughter, she's all grown up, all of that type of stuff. She's growing into a lady. First person to, everyone would know that you'd got a new bra, that you've started your periods, you've got a boyfriend, all of those things, because she would then start to live her life through you. Now, while they're being nice and everything outside, they're taking on all of stuff they can't explain outside, because then that would show their true feelings and that would make their mask slip. A perfect mask, you know, they're going out again. Look at me, I'm perfect, I'm perfect. And they come home and they don't feel perfect. So then they take it out on you, the children, the partner, because they couldn't take it out and they couldn't express how they felt because they feel that they have to be this perfect little person or big person, grown-up person. So they come home and it's all on you. Now, quite often, narcissistic mums have, if they've got more than one children, they have a golden child who they live their life through, who they can tell everyone about, who they can say how amazing they are, because that child allows their achievements and their success to be accredited back to their mother. The scapegoat, on the other hand, is blamed for everything. Everything the mother isn't, the scapegoat gets blamed for. And I imagine that if you're watching this, you were the scapegoat, because it's very hard for the golden child to realise what their mum did to them was wrong as a child. They may be struggling now with their life because not somebody there always cheering them on and supporting them, but she's probably still supporting them because she can't let them go, because that's how she gets her adoration. But the scapegoat's the one who would always get blamed for things, would have to do everything around the house. If something wasn't perfect, they'd be blamed. They'd be the ones who, if they were doing well at school, it would never be acknowledged. The ones who don't get to go to the clubs, all of that type of stuff. So, how can you heal from narcissistic abuse is to believe in yourself, know that you're worthy, know that you matter and that you're important, And to know that all of those things that your mum taught you were all because of her and her insecurities and her failings and her inability to express her emotions. Once you have that clarity and you realise that you can do things, that what you do is good, you can stop being that overachiever, because your mum's never going to say you've done well. It's got to be enough that you know you've done well. Learning to love yourself is so imperative to heal from narcissistic abuse. Know you are good enough and you are always good enough. There's a link in the comments to my guide, 5 Steps to Learning to Love Yourself. Free. So click the link, get the guide, and if you've any questions, put them in the comments. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe.